Bob Murray.
And I'm Steve Horvath.
And we're here to give you some summertime barbecuing tips for cooking fresh fish.
And you know, Bob, cooking fish is very simple, and with a few very simple ingredients, you can make a very delicious fish dish. The ingredients we're going to use today are about a half teaspoon of pepper, about a full teaspoon of salt, half of a lemon, half of an onion that's been sliced thin, and 2 cloves of garlic that have been run through a garlic press. And we have 2 slices of, or fillets of striped bass that are approximately 6 to 8 ounces each. 1 serving for each of us. Now, what I like to do, Bob, is I like to do both sides of the fish. So I'll put some salt, a little bit of pepper on each side of the fish. Now, the salt and the pepper is the taste. There's no hard, fast rule that you're going to use X amount. I like my stuff a little saltier. Some people might like more pepper. Some people might like a shot of hot sauce on this. And if your salt and pepper gets mixed up, that's great too, because you know what? It's going on the fish. We'll turn the fillet over again. Salt and pepper each side. And if I can hand you this dish,
okay,
we're going to place the fillets on here.
This is really a really simple,
sure,
easy recipe. You don't have to go out to the store, basically. This stuff would be in the house at most times.
Most times, yeah. A little bit of garlic, a few little slices of onion on each one. And the nice thing is you don't have to be neat about this. And we'll just take the lemon, squeeze a little bit of lemon juice on top. You don't have to use a ton of lemon, otherwise you make lemonade.
Yeah, just enough to get that little tartness in there.
Right, and what I'll do is I'll take this, I'll fold this up, and I'll fold the ends up, and make a neat little package.
Which is like a one-pot meal, right, Steve?
That's it.
We're just going to put it on the grill.
And we could take it, and we could put it right in the grill. We'll close the grill, and in about 15 minutes, we have cooked fish.
So it's a really simple thing.
Yes.
Put it on there. There's nothing we have to watch, the flare-ups or anything.
Right.
It's just going to basically steam in its own juice.
Exactly.
The onion's going to add a little tartness to it, or the lemon,
right,
salt and pepper. It's a really simple recipe. 15 minutes, we're going to be eating. Steve, while our fish is cooking on the grill, let's give our listeners some tips on how to keep their fish fresh. One thing is keep it on ice.
Right, and an important thing is, and a lot of people don't know it, is chipped ice will keep your fish better than block ice. Chipped ice conforms to the fish more, it covers the fish more, it gives the fish even coverage and cools the fish down quicker. Another thing that people don't know is that if you take a little bit of kosher salt and add it to that ice, it may start to defrost a little bit, but you can actually keep the ice a colder temperature with the salt in it. And that's a trick from commercial fishermen.
And one of the things that, again, we've been harping on it, but when you're out there on the boat, it's really important, as soon as you catch your fish, if you're going to keep it, obviously put it on the ice real quick. Now also, a lot of times people will actually cut the fish up real quick too, to bleed it out and stuff like that. That's important.
Sure, you can bleed the fish there on the spot. Some people think that maybe it's not the most humane thing to do, so you don't have to. Most big fish, most fish that you buy at a market are bled on the boat. But what you do is you bleed the fish, get it on ice. Then when you get it back to the dock, and it was actually a tip from one of our captains,
right,
is that when you're using saltwater fish, take that fish and put it in ice water that has salt water in it. And that'll cool down the fillet, and you won't get that freshwater intrusion. It won't soak up a whole bunch of fresh water.
Right, that's a very important tip, to use that salt water on that fish. And when you come back home,
you want to get that stuff frozen, sealed as soon as possible. You can either use a zip top bag and squeeze all the air out of it. That works for short periods of time. You've got one of those vacuum sucker things that sucks all the air out of the bag and seals them.
Which is a great thing.
Right.
And you can save that for a longer period of time. I mean, one of the things you do is to eat your fish as fresh as fast as possible.
Right.
That's
We
the
caught
whole
these
thing.
fish this morning.
Right. So this is going to be.
They were swimming this morning. They got caught. They went on ice. They got filleted. They were kept the way we talked about it. They're going to be cooked for about 15 minutes, and they're going to be delicious.
Right. And there's some good fresh fish tips.
Well, it's been close to 15 minutes. Let's take a look and see if the fish is done.
Okay.
Get the old spatula out here. Bring it out. We'll close the grill down.
Boy, that smells good.
It does, doesn't it? And here's, I don't know if you see it, but there's some steam coming off here. This just came out of a 560-degree grill. It's going to be hot. You can burn your fingers. You can get a facial.
Right.
Okay, you can use a fork and a spatula. Open it up.
Oh,
We'll
boy.
take a look. Look at that. The fish is steamed in its own juices.
And you got to just like be careful with that steam coming out because
Oh, you'll get a facial.
yeah, you can get your hands could get a little bit of singed. We didn't put butter on this, Steve.
Right.
I like sometimes to put butter on there with a
Sure.
little bit of olive oil too. Either
Right.
one. It just gives a little bit more taste. But again, people want calories or they're trying to cut back on some of the saturated fats or something like that. This is real simple.
Exactly. And the other thing, Bob, is bass is a reasonably oily fish. It doesn't really need any lubrication or anything like that to cook. It's ready to go. She's flaking.
Oh, good. Well, we'll just let it cool just for a second.
Right.
And,
We'll plate it up,
plate it up.
and I think we're going to eat. Well, Bob, our fish is on the plate, and it's time to eat.
It looks good. It smells good, and I'm sure it's going to taste good. Look how that just flakes.
Yep,
Steve.
it flakes right up.
Oh my gosh. That
Oh,
is-
this is good.
I wish you were here. Talking with my mouth over, but it is delicious. And this is what you got to do: catch your fish, keep it fresh, and cook it
Yep.
on the grill. And that's our tip for fresh fish.